with you sometimes, but most of the time I'll just be on Thursday on the coaching ones.
Okay.
If you could come up with about a 15-minute topic, I know you probably didn't notice it, but Danny or I did it pretty much every time we came on Tuesday. We'd do some rant about the actual course content for about 15 minutes. And so we want you to do that this time.
Okay.
Something relevant to that week's topic, class topic, about 15 minutes worth. And you don't have to post a lesson plan, and they don't really need to even know that it is a lesson. It's more of a conversation, leading them in a direction. If we put lesson plans in, they yell and scream that we're overloading them.
And Jamal, after tonight, sometime tomorrow, when you're up and about and you feeling like it, you and I can talk more about that specific. So don't those specifics. Just get the general idea, and you and I will pinpoint specifically what we'll need to do next week after you can get a feel for it.
Okay.
I'll be available all this week, so don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We would talk some weeks. We'd talk about PLCs. We'd mention the 4. I talked about Linda Darling Hammond. We talked about, those conversations that just sounded like conversations. Those were actually 15-minute mini lessons. I'm sure you were smart enough to figure that out.
Yeah.
You are, thank goodness.
Well, just like we've got one of them, you do EBOS. We're going to need about a 15-minute lesson on EBOS, and I'm glad that I've got an acting principal's perspective.
Yeah. Your perspective will be different than ours. But each week Danny and I would have a little topic each week. And of course, I'm sure you recognize that we would have something in the lesson embedded about a 15-minute, basically a transfer of information. So we'd like your perspective this semester on the topics as a sitting principal. I think that would add a lot of value.
Okay.
And Jamal, just know that I'm right where you were when I started with Dr. Lamb. So I will not, and I don't want you to ever think that I'm bossy or I'm trying to take over. I'll do like he does, and then you interject as you need to, and as you become more comfortable, we can let go of things more. But to begin with, you probably will hear my mouth more because I've done it, and I think you would want that to begin with. Yeah. But
so I'm gonna come on Tuesday night, the first, but I'm gonna drop out Tuesdays because y'all can go. I'll be with you on Thursdays. When you want me to come in on Thursdays, I'll come in on Thursdays and do evidence artifacts.
And that's not forever. Thursdays is only for like the first 3-4 weeks, maybe.
Yeah,
I'll do Thursdays every the whole semester.
I'll still be coaching, and we're going to have Robin. She's
Robin's joined us.
Hey,
Robin, I can see you.
I have a new computer and I was struggling a little, but I can only hear you through my phone, but that's okay, and I don't know why I can't.
All right, and so Robin is principal at Parsley and Wilmington, and John Shepard is principal at North Henderson High School. They're going to be interning with y'all this semester as well. Just like we did last semester. They'll be interning and doing their Blackboard modules. And so Dr. Stedman and Dr. Crawford will be the lead this semester, and I'm just going to be the coach on Thursdays. But y'all will take the lead, working with these two. And mostly what they'll need to do is come online. They can come on Tuesday if they want to. But mostly what they'll do is come on Thursday when I'm coaching them up a little bit.
But so Dr. Lamb, part of their internship is, and I've spoken with Robin and John about it, and Dr. Crawford and I will agree on it. Later on into the semester, we will actually give them topics that we want them to discuss and be a part of.
Yeah, that would be a good thing.
So I have a quick question.
Uh-huh.
The Zoom team or the Zoom teams I'm supposed to create, they'll be used for what? Student communication with each other or student
for them
communication?
to do their peer reviews.
Okay.
And they're virtual.
they
Virtual
have
collaboration.
for virtual collaboration. Now, we're only gonna, how many you got? 2. They only do 2 Zoom peer reviews, but they do 2 case studies as well. So the reason we create these teams is for them to do those 4 activities. If we leave it to them on their own, they won't do it. We have to create a team, tell them their responsibilities. And so they will do a Zoom peer review of AppSell tasks 1 and 2. We don't make them do the first one. We wait till the second one for the Zoom review till they can catch on, till I can teach them how to use Zoom. And then they'll do a Zoom peer review of AppTell task 1. So that's the 2 peer reviews that they do. And then they'll do 2 for their case study. And we need to make, there's Robin.
Hey, Robin.
I did it.
So we need to make sure
Sorry.
That's okay.
that
On the struggle bus.
one of our Tuesday night sessions, or one of your Tuesday night sessions, you might want to watch a couple of those. What we did last semester is we just watched them. We didn't have them present. I have them present. It's again, it's a building process. We build their skills, but it's also plan. What is it called? Intentional abandonment. We give them a lot of support to start with, and then we pull it away a little bit as we go. And
Your
so,
gradual release model.
yeah, exactly. The gradual release model. That's exactly right. That's what we're doing. And so on the building side, the first semester, I'm just interested that they can do the Zoom teams among each other. The second semester, we have them in 603. They actually have to collaborate and come up with a presentation and bring it to class. And then they do projects by time of 605. And so we're on that going up in terms of responsibility and competency using, digital and collaborative communication digitally. On the other side, we start really tight with them, holding them, and then we release that hold. We don't give them templates, and we have them do a lot of things, and we intentionally pull back and make them step up their leadership.
Mhm.
So that's the model that we're using. This is a Malcolm Knowles adult education theory model. It seems to work real well. We get real positive feedback from the students. The senior exit surveys when they finish are really positive. We get good response. They tend to like the notion that you're building my skills at one point, and I feel very supported, but on the other, you're pulling away and letting me emerge as a leader by the time I get to 605. So I don't really care that you have them do a presentation of their case studies in 601 other than we watch the videos, because in 603, they're going to do 4 presentations of videos, presentations of case studies. We don't have them do video. We don't have them do video peer review in 603. We need to move on and use it for something else. But by the time they get to 603, they'll do case studies and a presentation with them. So again, that's what we're doing here.
Okay.
So it's always good, because they don't know one another in the first class, to assign the teams. Now, you may have to adjust or adapt. I like the teams to be 3 to 5. If you get more than 5, it's not a team anymore. It's just a rabble. If you get less than 3, it gets a little iffy if we have people to drop out. You know how that is.
Right. Oh, well, I can go in and work on that.
Yeah, you just go to you can either go to Web Connect and go to manage classes and pull up a summary class list, or you can go to Grade Center within your shell. Let's look. You can go to Grade Center in your shell. Go to Grade Center, full Grade Center, and it'll show you who you got enrolled.
Mhm.
There they are. Boyd, Bryant, Campbell, Chavis, Falcon, Franklin, Justin, Fort Kent, Morgan, Guy, Elton, Nelson. Ooh, you got a big bunch. I'm hoping we're going to make one more. I'm telling you, Danny's overloaded too.
I've got 36 so far in my 2 groups.
I got
Okay.
a 602 split. And I got to try to get a split here.
How many's
I've
in
already-
that group already? 1, 2,
Let's
1,
see.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Should be 11 on this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, 10 through Nelson. And then
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 so far in there.
that's what I'm talking about. So he's got 16, which is really should. That's one more than we ought to have. And you've got how many in yours?
I've got 20 in one and 16 in another.
I'm talking about we're already 5 and 2. We're already 7 over where we ought to be for 3 classes. So hopefully I'll talk to him tomorrow. It's aggravating that Seth's going on vacation.
But you see, you've got students that have already assessed today. Cynthia Singletary and Brandon Sowers, they've already been in there.
Yeah, they'll be the bane of your existence this semester. What was that when we had last spring that called or emailed every day?
Oh, dear.
I had several of them, so I don't know.
Out after that semester, though.
Do what?
What he dropped out after that semester. What was his name?
The one that didn't want to do any work.
But he called or emailed every day, asking questions, wanting you to do his work for him. But he dropped out after he decided to do something else after the first. He changed careers. Corey
Chipwood.
Yeah.
Corey
Justin,
from South Carolina. Yes. Oh Lord, I talked him off the ledge more than one time.
He'd call you at home at night or on the weekend. Have 2 or 3 emails a day. Yeah, you got 2 of them. Good luck to you.
Maybe not. Maybe they're just good, conscientious students.
Yeah. My hair's gonna grow back. If you see something in there now, you know that it's gonna be trouble. We love them. I'd rather be that way than never hear from them.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, we answered every question that Corey had, and the best thing about that whole deal, we spent so much time with him. He actually was very kind, and he was very complimentary and said, I thank you for spending so much time with me. Because of that, I've decided this is not what I want to do.
And that's better to know now than later.
And he left the profession. And I said, yeah, he said, my whole idea was I wanted to make more money. And he said, I realized this is not what I want to do. And so our time was well spent. We didn't turn him loose on somebody else and for malpractice on him. So we did what we needed to do, but you never know with these.
Danny, let me do this. Tomorrow when I post my letter, I'll send you a message that I've got it in there.
Are you at work or are you still at home?
Home.
You're at home. Okay. Tomorrow I am open. So you've got my phone number.
Yeah.
Right. So call me tomorrow, and I can stop whatever I'm doing at any time. Well, let me know about so I can know that I'm near a computer. So and what I can do is I can actually set up a Zoom, and we can collaborate back and forth just like we're doing now, you and me, and you can show me whatever you need to show me.
Okay, that'll work.
Is that good?
That'll work.
Okay.
All right. I'm excited. I'll get into this tomorrow. We'll take a look at it and we'll get to rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
And Jamal, I will be available pretty much. Thursday is I've got a pretty full day on Thursday, but other than that, I am and at nighttime I'm always available. But other than Thursday, I can handle about anything that you need for me to stop and do. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I will get off the crutch here pretty quickly.
Good. Danny, Danny sends out the Zoom links for all groups that work together here. So.
And you're going to give me access to Jamal's classes, right?
Well,
Okay. And that way, not
Shoot me an
that,
email. We'll have to get it to Emily tomorrow. She
Right.
was snowed under, or Bob. I'm gonna try to go to Bob tomorrow and see if he'll help us out. Bob O'Neill. He works
Okay.
at Blackboard. She was snowed in because I gotta get access to the town hall version of Zoom because we'll have more than 100 come online.
well, you know why there was some problems with registration? Kathy was not even at work. She fractured her leg or foot or leg over Christmas, and she has not even come back to work yet.
Yeah, I know.
So
That's
I
why I
got an
said I
email.
can't get
I got
these
an email from her today.
I can't get these sections. She wasn't in today. I called.
She's going to be here tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I said. Tomorrow I can talk with her about sections tomorrow, but she wasn't at work today. I did get Cheryl did a couple things for me today. I
Yeah.
got some things squared away. I've got to talk about sections, about these overloads, and we've got them created. All they got to do is just move them and start putting them in there. Before students get all excited about what section they're in, we need to go ahead and start moving them. We need to move 7 current ones over to that other shell right now and see how many more they've got to enroll. Somebody's got to come back and start enrolling. I know there's nearly 50 students that still need to be enrolled as of Friday. We only had 89, but nobody
Wow,
enrolled
50?
today either, as far as I know.
Wow.
Jamal, on
Yep.
this, I would encourage you, once you go into it, start at the course overview and go all the way down, click on every one of them. And, if there's a question about anything that you can't do, just make a note of it. And when we come together, we can go to that thing and I can talk you through it. If there's something that do what you can. And then Dale had to do the same thing with me. He went to it and he just taught me through it. So I told Steve Stone the other day, I said, I have never felt like an expert. I said, but when you ask me a question and I can answer it, I feel like an expert. Dale has qualified me to do something.
Okay.
Well, all right. So yeah, we've got just got to put meet your instructor in.
Yeah.
Just go
There's
in
some
here.
things that we'll take out too. Yeah.
Just make sure that your edit is on up here. Your
Yeah.
edit mode is on. Come out to the end, click it, and do edit, and it will let you go right in. And you can put as much or little information as you want in there.
If possible, before tomorrow afternoon if you can, I'd love for you to be able to open it up so the students, because they're already looking for it, I'd love for them to be able to have something in there if we can.
I'll take care of it.
So, and just hit the submit button, and there you go. And you
Okay.
put whatever more information you want. The verification's there, the steps, order the textbooks, the syllabus is in there. Everything is good. All the weekly assignments are there. All the drop boxes, turn it in. We fixed those all new, so we know those work. Again, come down to the Zoom teams, create your teams. Hopefully, don't be in a big rush to do that until I see if I can get some of these students.
Right. Jamal,
Yeah.
make a note of this. Go to, when you're doing it, go to the weekly schedule, the weekly Zoom schedule, and then go to week 1, and you need to change the town hall time from 7 o'clock to 6 o'clock p.m. on every one of them. It was not, when Dale made the change, I had not made that correction on there. So those 3 things need to be corrected for the 14th. The town hall needs to go from 7 p.m. to 6 p.m. for
Got
that
it.
time only. You will need to personalize your syllabus. The syllabus in there has my name on it, so you'll need to go in and edit and put your name on the syllabus for you in your shells.
Okay.
Now, here's going to be the problem right now. Now, I can change it on this, but it won't change the one that's embedded. So what I'm going to have to
It
do.
did me. It did me. I was able to. Don't ask me how, but I changed it and it worked.
All right. So weekly class
No,
schedule.
know what it did, Dale. If it was an attachment in there, I took it out and
You
went
can
put
do
it
that.
in.
That's what I'm talking about. This is not, this is
Yeah.
embedded.
I went in, I saved it, I changed it, and then I went back in and put a new one in there. That's what I
So
did.
what I'm gonna do, select a different file, browse my computer, wherever I just saved that one. Let's see. I bet I saved that. Come on. Let's see.
So much of it's alike. I have to come up with a plan when I save stuff because it takes me forever to find it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so.
Robin, did you get those materials that I sent you to look at?
I did, thank you.
Okay,
And
I figured that would help you kind of, that would give
It
you an
does.
idea of pretty much what's going on.
It does, thank you. And I called Emily again today about being able to get into my email and Blackboard, and I left her a message and didn't hear back from her. So I'm just waiting on her to help me, because she even tried to go in as me on Friday and couldn't get in. So I don't know what's wrong with it, but anyway, she's working on it, I think.
Okay. So you and Sarah were in the doctoral program together?
At East Carolina, yeah.
Okay. I thought that's what she's saying. Okay.
We were. It was great seeing her. That was a nice surprise.
Okay, delete 6. File, save as. Move out of the way. Okay.
Now, Robin, just know that when Dr. Crawford's presenting or when I'm presenting at any time, if we need another perspective, just kind of know that we may put you on the spot and just say, you know, what do you think? But it will know that it's something that you're comfortable with, or that you do, or whatever. So we want them to know that you and John are both a part of what we're doing.
Well, thank you, and that's fine. I'm sure we'll both be comfortable with whatever. It's yeah,
Just
we can
like
do it all every day.
Yeah, like when Dr. Crawford does EVOS, you know, he's got 2 principals that do EVOS as well. So, you know, that, you know, when he needs to take a drink a glass of water, some water, then he can say, "Tag, you're it, Robin."
One of our favorite things, EVOS.
Yes. But Jamal, what you and I can do when we talk, once you get to the place this week, we'll map out Tuesday so that when we come online with the students, you and I will know pretty much as we tag team back and forth, you know, what you're going to be covering. Because more and less Tuesday, we're going to be helping them feel comfortable with Blackboard, maneuvering through it, knowing what the expectations are. But we will also completely go over the entire Evidence 1, the APTEL, and then we will go back and focus on Task 1, which will be ready for review next week.
Okay.
You know, or week after next, they'll have to do it. So, you know, they've got to hit the road running, and they've got to go on into their schools the very next day, and they've got to meet with their principals. And, you know, even though it's the middle of the year, they've got to go ahead and identify a problem. And it's testing time, so principals are open to suggestions as they're moving forward with the second semester, trying to, trying to figure out what am I going to do to help in this area. You know, so
Gotcha.
the timing is good to be able to do something right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Javon, I went ahead and changed that on yours, so yours are updated to 6 o'clock. We'll do that that town hall. I'll try to get an email out. Somebody can come in and run me a crystal report viewer tomorrow. I'll try to get an email out to the ones we've got so far. So hopefully Kathy or Cheryl or somebody will be in, and I'll work on getting our town hall license so if we get past 100, we won't run out of room for people to come on, and then so we should be good to go next Tuesday, and then I'll be with you. Whatever y'all want me to do, then I'll be there Thursday to do the coaching to work on that piece. So we should be good to go. Yeah, Robin, you and John just hang on till they can get you into Blackboard, and then what I'll do is once they get you in, I have shells that look similar to a class shell where you can put students in and work with them. And I'll change the name. I've got some extra ones here.
Dr. Lamb, what is Monday going to look like? You're going to pretty much take the helm, and you're just going to tell everybody.
All of them, add-on and regular. It'll be. I've got a couple of documents that I want to cover. The materials that I sent out today, in that email. I've got program got the little boxes drawn about how it all looks. If you're 3 semester or 5 semester, I've got the clinical handbook in there. I'm going to cover some of the big picture things about what you got to do and where you're going. Pastoring portfolio, how you get your license. South Carolina, you got to take the praxis. North Carolina, you don't. Those kinds of things. I'm going to cover the big picture stuff. I'm not on evidence artifacts though.
Okay, well, good. You know, I have a trustee meeting beginning at 6 o'clock. So if I am not there when you first sign in, I'm okay, right?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure of that. And I'll look at the video that night, and then and I'll post it. And Jamal, we always post those videos to the town hall videos, but I'll talk with you more about that as well.
Okay.
So, but you take care of yourself, and you just let me know when you're comfortable and feel up to us meeting tomorrow anytime. Anytime during the day is fine with me.
That'll work.
Okay?
Right here. I will have this one changed. This will be your clinical internship shell. And when you go in it, you've got review. They can put in here for review. I've got drop boxes in here as well. It's an evaluation drop box. Now that doesn't mean that you have to grade it, but one of the reasons I've got these drop box, if you have somebody that wants to work with you privately, only you and they can see work put here. If they put it in the review, everybody can see it. And so you can work individually. And now that we don't generally, the way Danny and Jamal and I work, we don't send everybody to the coach's shell. If you need help, if yours was bad enough on the first submission, we'll send you to the shell. And some of it hurts their feelings.
Send you to the shell.
And so these are remediation shells. You're there to work with them, to teach them, to coach them. But mostly, the real value in this is when we have people who didn't get it the first time around, if it's bad enough. Now, if they just didn't do it all, we'll give them a 50 or a 0 and make them do the rest of it before we'll actually review it for them. But if they do it and it's bad enough, we'll send them to the shell with you, and then you'll work with them individually.
Got it.
That's the real value in this. And that's, when Kate says, what is your major in-class retention effort? What are you doing in class to retain students, to make sure that they're successful? This is it. We have a coach that's assigned with them, that works, that reviews their work. And now some folks use it where the coach reviews everybody, like Jeff and Joey that teach 601 regular. Jeff teaches the class and Joey does all the reviewing. That's fine with me. That won't work in add-on because we don't have that kind of time for turnaround. We'll only send ones to you in add-on because they have to do 9 tasks as opposed to 5 plus 2 complete finals. So in 601 add-on, we'll only send the ones that need help to you in your coaching shell once you get up and going. We won't send them all.
And Robin, Dale, click on templates. When we're talking in our class shells, when we're talking about things, these are the templates that we'll be talking about. You have access to those. You'll have access to those things.
Those are in your shell.
Internship shell.
Okay.
Those will be the very same things that will be in our course shells. Dale has done a good job embedding all of this information throughout.
And so you've got shells, so you'll know exactly what they've been asked to do, and you've got all the rubrics and those things, so you'll know what they're not, most of the time it's just missing stuff, or if they took a left turn.
Right.
And so we have embedded the same thing in your shells in the class for consistency, so that you're able to work with them. Now, if you only get one or two, we did a good job, or some, but not me, but the instructors did a good job. But now, if you're getting all of them, we got a problem. I got to do a better job. If you're getting all of them, if none of them on the first go round or even in the ballpark, we got troubles. But so what we're hoping here is that that we'll do a good enough job on the Tuesday, Thursday, the first couple Tuesdays and Thursdays, that the first turn in at the end of the second week, we won't have to send them all to the intern shell. If we do, then that's going to be me, because I've got the shell until they'll be with me until we get you up and going. So that's incentive for me and Danny to do a good job with them on Tuesdays and Thursdays. If not, then we got to, we're going to have to backtrack in the intern shell. So we try not to have too many that have to, but you're always going to have some, and that's okay.
Robin, I sent you the scale handbook as well, right? Didn't I see? Okay. And that is and that will, when you're looking like at the APSL, a completed document, it tells you exactly what they've got to do to be able to be accomplished, to be proficient. So, as you're working with them, that will help you, guide you as well.
Okay.
I sent this to your address, your work address, Robin.
I got it. Thank you.
All right, and all the stuff that we went over Saturday's in here. And so this is what I was talking about. What I'll go over Monday is a lot of this stuff with the students. I'll go over their clinical intern, the conceptual framework, the MELS graphic organizer for the 3-semester program. I've got this now. This is kind of how we start with this. If you're in a 3-semester add-on, so that they'll know how the overall is going to work. I've got one for the 5-semester program, the regular as well. So, my goal is everybody knows what we're doing at all times. And if you don't, it's because you weren't interested in, or you didn't want to, be invested in it. But if you want to know what we're doing, I want everybody to know and be a part.
Right. Yes, Danny, you sent me the handbook.
Okay, Dale has sent it again. I just want to make sure you had it. Okay.
Yes, I have.
Saturday, I sent out today again. It won't any, I want everybody to know what we're doing.
Okay.
Right.
And we've worked very hard to make our materials consistent, our templates, so that that students get a consistent, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, they get the same. That, I've been working on shells today. I do shells and make sure that we have a quality product that goes out to our students. I worked on 603 shells and finished them today. I couldn't finish them until I did get an emergency. I got 2 put in. Cheryl Hunt helped me today. She got 2 put in for me, 2 new classes, but that was all I could get done today. But if I did get those, copied over the 602 shells and did some work in them. But we won't, if in online education, if your shell is poor, your program's poor. Now, just because your shell's great doesn't mean you're going to be great. But if it's bad, you're going to be bad. You can't overcome a bad shell. If your materials aren't there, if students don't know how to use it, if it doesn't make sense, if the links don't work, if the information in it's contradictory or incomplete, then you're not gonna have a quality program. You don't have the face-to-face to make up for it.
I have been thoroughly impressed. Everything has been so scaffolded, so detailed, so organized. Like, you've done such a good job to make sure that everyone is on the same page, and that you're releasing even that back to the gradual release thing, that you're releasing responsibilities intentionally with your faculty, just to make sure that everybody feels well prepared and confident in what they're doing to help the students be successful, which is the ultimate goal. And it has just been so impressive.
Well, thank you. But again, if we're not confident, there's no way that we can transfer that confidence to them. If we don't know what we're doing, they'll figure they don't know what they're doing either.
Correct.
So, we work to make it a little bit better all the time, but we've finally stopped, oh, we don't like that, let's do something else. No, this is what we do.
Mm-hmm.
We just got to get better at it, but this is what we do. But all of our instructors for the last semester were at 4.5 or better. We had a lot of 5s, on the 5-point scale. The comments were very kind. Our promoter score is very high. We get good feedback from people hiring our folks.
Mm-hmm.
And that's important. And I think our students have the opportunity to succeed when they get there, and that's what we want. Is it some great creative thing that's open-ended? No. But I was never given that freedom as a principal where I could just show up and do what I wanted to do every day at work. Not Charlotte Mecklenburg, I can tell you that. Jamal's smiling, he knows.
Mm-hmm.
They told you what to wear, much less everything up there. Everything was locked up there.
Is that where you are, Dr. Crawford?
I'm in Guilford now.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know my friend Deborah Parker?
Yes, I know Deborah Parker.
I was her assistant principal back in the late 90s.
Wow, okay.
Yes, and we are still very close. We were just talking last night.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yes. Yes. How about that?
All right. What's next?
That's it. I just felt like we needed to see each other, and the main thing is Jamal and I will get together tomorrow, hopefully, and once he feels more comfortable, and Jamal, again, you work around how you feel. We've got a little bit of time, and I'm available.
Okay.
It feels good. So that's the main thing. As long as it's there, when they go in, when they get access to Blackboard, if they go in and it's not there, they wet their pants, then they call or email me.
Gotcha.
So it's there and it's good to go. So everything, make sure you check quickly and make sure, of course, it is, because you got 2 students who've been in, so everything's good.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'll hear from you tomorrow then, Jamal.
Definitely,
All right,
guys.
leave you holler.
Okay.
And
Thanks, Robin, for joining us. Okay.
Tomorrow.
All right. You
And
gonna
I will
send
follow up
the
with
video
Emily
to
again.
John?
Do what,
Danny,
Dale?
you gonna send this video to John?
I will, yes.
All right.
All right.
I'll see y'all soon.
Okay, we'll see
All
y'all.
right.
Okay,
All
bye-bye.
Thank you all for your time.
All right.
Nice to meet you, Dr. Crawford.
You too. Look forward to working with you.
Okay.
You
Good night,
as
y'all.
well.
All right. Good night.
Good night. Bye-bye.